The world has become Sodom and Gomorrah. All I can do is shake my head, because working in the healthcare field, I have seen quadruple rise on STDs. There are even STDs that people don't even know about. I've seen so many things throughout my career that I just shake my head, because the generation of people that are getting it is from young babies all the way up to elders, seniors that are getting it, getting the package, getting other STDs. And you would think that people would not be doing this because of fear. No. What I'm discerning is exactly what Yahushua, the prophets, and the apostles warned about. The world in these last days would resemble Sodom and Gomorrah, a society filled with sexual immorality, pride, violence, lawlessness, luxury, and the number one, the complete rejection of Yahuwah's ways. So we're going to talk about it. What were Sodom and Gomorrah known for? I'll give you a little history. In Genesis 13:13, but the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahuwah exceedingly. What did they do? They had rampant sexual perversion in Genesis 19:4-5. Pride and arrogance in Ezekiel 16:49, oppression of the poor and needy, self-indulgence, gluttony, obsession with pleasure, and open rebellion against Yahuwah's order. So how is today like Sodom and Gomorrah? We'll start with the sexual immorality. LGBTQ plus agendas open push on children. We're seeing, grown men in makeup and dresses that are going to libraries, at public libraries, and even libraries at the school, reading children's books. And then they're putting children's books, putting innuendos between a man and a child and a woman and a child. Things that child mind can't comprehend, but they're trying to normalize it. The laws are normalizing it because, you know what? It's because people are not going the ways of Yahuwah. And I'm talking about our people, because that's who my target audience is. This is who my assignment is. And we as Yehuda need to be standing up and rising against this. But this is what Yahuwah told me. This is what Sodom and Gomorrah looks like today. Because pornography is another one. It's everywhere. It's normalizing cultures. I mean, you have it so bad that when they have Christian conferences, or should I say convocations, a lot of these Christian men are looking at pornography, or they're dealing with women that are at a strip club, or they're having a girl invited into their, hotel. They're doing all kind of things in the pornography. They're addicted. They're addicted. Read the definition of marriage, gender confusion, and pride parades celebrating what Yahuwah calls abomination. They don't want to get married anymore because they're in love with the same sex, men and women. And it's gotten so bad that our men are so feminine and soft boy era, where they so soft and emotional that they wear makeup better than a woman. They wear foundation better. They know how to do their hair. They got nails now. Both their ears are pierced. I mean, they're so feminine that I'm telling you, to find a man's man that don't have their ears pierced, don't have no tattoos, that ain't never been with no man, is so rare to find. I'm serious. I would be scared to date right now. I wouldn't even date right now if I was single. We're going to talk about pride and materialism, culture of self-love and arrogance, celebrities, social media influencers, worship like gods. So many people worship Beyonce. They even have a church. in San Francisco. The Kardashians even have a church in San Francisco. People are just worshiping. It's so amazing how much people spend money to go watch Beyonce. Like over $1,000 or something to go watch her in concert. And I think even with Chris Brown, people spend $1,000 or $1,500 just to take a picture with him. And the rich flaunting wealth while many starve. Violence and lawlessness, mass shootings, riots, and senseless murders are daily news. Abortion is legal and celebrated. That's what the Democratic Party was doing, when they was doing their little convention. They were so bold, they put a trailer out there where they told you can have free unaliving procedures. Governments promote injustice for power. Mockery of Yahuwah. TV, music, and movies glorify sin and witchcraft. It's hard to find a movie that doesn't have some type of innuendo of the LGBTQ or a bunch of sex scenes, not to mention profanity. Oh my goodness. People scoff at holiness and righteousness. Even churches promote doctrines of demons. These churches are so carnal. They're so busy being in fraternities. They're so busy having having outside children. Pastors sleeping with one another, trafficking. I can go on with the list. Really, I can. And not to mention, a lot of these pastors have been found in hotels ODing on drugs and alcohol. So in Luke 17:28-30, Yahuwah warned this would happen. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they ate, they drank, and they bought, they sold. They planted, they built, but the same day Lot went out of Sodom, and it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Yahushua said before his return, the world would look like Sodom, obsessed with pleasure, dismissing judgment, and mocking righteousness right before sudden destruction comes. So what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Well, in Genesis 19:24, then Yahuwah rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire. Sodom and Gomorrah were completely wiped out by divine judgment as a sign to every generation. Yahuwah will not tolerate unchecked wickedness forever. In 2 Peter 2:6, turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So judgment is coming again, family. What happened to Sodom wasn't just history, it's prophecy for our time. Just as Lot was called to flee, Yahuwah is calling his people today to come out of Babylon. Remember, I keep talking about that, Revelation 18:4, spiritual Sodom, so they won't share in the coming plagues. So what should we do? Repent. Turn away from sin and lawlessness. Separate yourself. Be the set-apart people that Yahuwah said. Don't compromise with the world values. Warn others like Lot. Cry out before destruction comes. And seek Yahuwah's protection. Only an obedient remnant will be saved from the coming wrath. Even in the midst of Sodom and like darkness, Yahuwah is waking up his people. His remnant will shine brighter than ever. And Yahushua will soon return to judge the wicked and establish his righteous kingdom. So repent, family, before it's too late.